Hello, Lego lovers. This is Elle, and this is a mess of colorful Lego parts. This is actually my Trolls World Tour overview video, kind of talking about all of the sets, what I thought about the whole entire theme, and maybe what sets I thought were my favorite, or, just overall what I thought about everything. First up, the number one thing that I probably liked about this theme, and I believe this is kind of a mess of all the sets here, colorful. Very colorful, very happy to see lots of colorful parts, lots and lots of different color. You can just see that there. We got some big pink parts, some big dark turquoise parts, some transparent parts, lots of recolors of parts. That is probably the number one thing that I really liked about Trolls, besides the fact it was just a little something different. One of the other things is the characters. Mixed feelings on those. I think a lot of people didn't really like them because they're very not like regular minifigs or mini dolls or anything of the such. As an example, we can see the regular Hard Rock Poppy doll. You can see that they had larger heads. However, their torsos and their legs were the actual minifigure type stuff. And obviously, a lot of the connections are you had your standard head connect part there, but the hair pieces were pretty different right there. They were all basically 4 stud, and yeah, a little mixed on that. But let's kind of see if I can't get a better filming of all the figures. So I have kind of all the figures lined up here. Variety of crazy figures. Centaur guy here. I forget their names. I did watch the movie though, actually. We got big guy here. Obviously, tons of different molds for all these bodies. Crazy hair pieces on like all the figures around here. Lots of poppies because, she is the main character. But a couple of nice things they did do, as you can kind of see the dress part that they made for this line, or skirt, you could say. Just kind of a different kind of piece, a different kind of an accessory. And they made a lot of those. Oh, and the Trolls accessory pack that had like the loot and the music symbols. I think it's just a nice addition to Lego. Just kind of more pieces that you can use in different ways. The figures do have some use for the color. I mean, the legs can represent a certain color of pants. Some of the figures are crazy. One thing that I really liked was this hair piece. Even though it is troll sized, it's still really cool. It's that opalescent kind of satin pink, which I think is great. And this figure is crazy too. Yeah, a lot of wild figures. A lot of interesting wild parts too. I think the most craziest is probably these, as I spill everything everywhere, which is kind of something I always do, these giant pod type parts. Haven't really seen a lot of people use them for stuff, so I'm not sure what the end all be all on these is. Very interesting large part, which is kind of nice to get large Lego parts. Little transparent, little not. So 3 different colors of those. Just throw it in the pile here. Purple, that blue, and the pink. Crazy. We got different colored of the roller coaster track, which is cool. This is a different type of even piece right there. That big pink piece to make that balloon. Just completely new parts, different colors. There's this big raft piece that was in one of the sets, which I think they did use in a different set. But yeah. So all this color, big awesome pile of color. That's the main thing that I would have to say that this brought, and I think I mentioned that right on the outset. The stickers are pretty crazy. They actually have some crazy prints that are on some of these things, like that face, this insane crazy guy. This is actually a print on a rounded tile, which is different. We also got different kind of colors for this like spiked part. A lot of different colors for different parts. We got this in a magenta. That's also a print. Lots of wacky prints. The other thing it brought us, which I don't know if is really relevant, but are these foam parts, which are also really kind of weird. Basically, they can attach by putting a 1x1 brick, or maybe 2 plates, I guess, in between, and you can kind of, make like back there. They also have the wings up here. Yeah, a couple of other interesting parts on here. We got these new tube type parts, which I think they used already in like a black. And there's the foam used. You can kind of see how it's integrated into there. Just, you know what, they just kind of went crazy with the different parts. Sparkly stickers, just weird characters, different colors for interesting parts. Yeah, I think my overall thoughts on this, though, it's really hard to say. I will say that I think this is my favorite character, Techno Mermaid. Another, like, they went really nuts, but this is that crazy hair, if it would focus. And then here you have this like crazy mermaid tail leg piece. You can see how that's kind of it's so crazy that they made like so many unique molds for this line. The Trolls movie was all right. I didn't mind it. I don't think it was incredibly just the hair and the helmet thing is just insane. you know, what am I going to do with this? I am going to make a section in my city, at least temporarily, and I'm going to call it Troll Town or Troll Village or Troll Area or whatever. But it will be not necessarily completely like Trolls, but I'll use a lot of these parts and kind of build stuff into it. And yeah, overall, I think my favorite set, hands down, is going to be the Vibe City concert, which is the big one that, if I'm going to break everything, one of the highlights is all these big purple plates, especially that one in the center. That is cool. I also like the smaller kind of the mermaid type set. I mean, this is really small, but it came with a lot of like awesome colors. Just some unique pieces, especially that dark purple. A lot of that dark purple. Probably that one was pretty cool too. That one felt a little expensive. It did come with like a swing, but yeah. That was probably I just didn't like it. The rock concert stage thing was probably the worst set, just in value and what it is. It's just not my thing, maybe. We also got the crazy different colored lightning bolts. Lots of weird stickers, as I probably said 30,000 times. This crazy guitar. So, overall, if you're looking to get into some of this, I think it's pretty colorful parts-wise. It's very unique and interesting. If you like the movie, definitely, think about picking it up. I have a feeling that the beginning of this year, they're going to go on clearance I'm 2021, actually. Because the movie's been out, DVD and Blu-ray's been released, so it's kind of going to fade in value or in popularity, and I don't see them keeping it on shelves and in stores and online. So if you're looking at getting some of this stuff, now would be the time. And gosh, this is really big. I mean, my hands are kind of really big too, so the value in a lot of these parts was there because they were bigger parts. Whether they have use is kind of questionable, especially the pods, which are kind of like, in concept, the what do they call them? Play cubes. You also got this weird Technic like leaf part. Could have some uses. It's interesting. It's different. You also got a recolor of the heart piece in green. Love that. Lots of recolors of parts. I just have to say I kind of really like this line. Like, The only thing that kind of bothers me is the characters. Yeah, like I love the hair pieces. I think the hair pieces are great. The only problem is you really can't put them on anything else. I've tried putting them on a mini doll and a mini figure, and it just does not work at all. But if you got any questions about any of the sets or anything, feel free to put it down there. I have no idea when my troll area is going to end up appearing anywhere, so don't hold your breath on that one. But I'll be excited to build something out of colorful parts. I won't lie. I'm really excited to do that. Hopefully it turns out okay at least. But I'm going to be taking these apart. I don't feel that they're up to me to keep any sort of display them. In fact, I think they've just been in a pile in a box. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Elle's gonna try to wrap this video up, which she always struggles with. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone watching my videos, checking them out. I don't know if anyone shares what I make, but whatever. I really appreciate it. If you're to the end of this video, this is always for you, that I appreciate you watching my videos, leaving likes, comments, etc. Thanks so much. Hopefully you'll watch more of my videos, and hopefully I'll be able to make a video of this troll land I'm talking about making. Thanks again.